Well, welcome back, YouTube. Here's the question for the day. Can you tow 8 large square hay bales with the Silverado 1500 Duramax legally? That's the question that we're going to explore today. I'm going to go through and show you guys the weigh tickets, show you the measurements that I do, and talk to you a little bit about the towing setup that I've got. Make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell notification if you want to see more videos like this. We've got lots more coming.
Back here we have 8 large square bales on my flatbed trailer. Now this flatbed trailer gets used a lot for, of course, farming stuff. So put my tractor on there, also equipment, implements, hay, delivering hay, all types of stuff like that. But the main question is, this is the 2020 Silverado 1500 with the Duramax, the 3-liter Duramax engine in it. The question is, can I actually tow that? And then, as a secondary question, if I can tow it, do I need a weight distribution hitch? So currently this guy is set up without a weight distribution hitch. I do have to say that I did install the Sumo spring, the replacements for the bump stops to be able to give me a little less squat in the rear end. But we're going to go ahead and get this thing weighed at the truck stop without the weight distribution hitch, and then we're going to see if we actually have to install it. And it will only be one person in the cab of the truck.
So here you can see the first weigh ticket. You see the steering axle, which is the front axle of the truck, is sitting at 2,960 pounds. The drive axle, or the rear axle of the truck, is sitting at 4,200 pounds. And the trailer is sitting at 5,600 pounds total, both load and also the weight of the trailer itself. So for a total of 12,760 pounds. The steering axle is well under the limit. The drive axle is actually over the limit. So this technically is not a legal tow. I'd like to take this opportunity now to define what my definition is of legally towing. So this would mean following all manufacturers' requirements along with other city, state, federal requirements for towing. But most importantly, going back to the manufacturing ones, that is making sure that the steering axle has a weight that is less than or equal to the front axle weight rating on the sticker in your vehicle. The drive axle weight is less than or equal to the rear axle weight rating. The steering axle plus the drive axle needs to be less than the gross vehicle weight rating. The gross weight needs to be less than, that's being everything, needs to be less than the gross combined weight rating. And of course, last but not least is the trailer axles need to be less than the trailer axle weight rating. So in my case, I have 2 axles that are 5,200 pound axles. So technically I have 10,400 pounds available on the axles. I'm well under that. And like I said before, utilizing, trailer brakes if they're required under the different laws that exist in the different areas. So that is how I'm justifying or making these decisions. You can always, 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 always tow with a much larger vehicle. That's never an issue. So a 3/4 ton, a 1 ton, a dually, all of those things are definitely possible. But if you want to be legal, in my terms, you need to make sure that you follow these as a minimum set of rules. Now back to the weigh ticket and also putting on the weight distribution hitch. So here we are all hooked back up again with the weight distribution hitch. I'm not going to show you guys a lot about how to adjust a weight distribution hitch. There's plenty of videos out there on the YouTube for that. Depending on how many chain links you actually have from the spring bar to the spot where you actually mount it to the frame, I don't have the over center type because it would not actually fit on this type of trailer, but this is the way that I've got it set up. So I do actually have 3 links that are open, and if there's less links, then there's less torque on the system, and if there's more, if I were to have 4 open links, then there's actually more torque that's actually put on the system, and it helps to transfer the weight. So we're basically taking some of the weight and pushing it back to the rear trailer axles, and we're also pushing some of the weight that used to be on the drive axle is now going to be moved towards the front axle. So we're kind of making an arc, a spring, to be able to lift the rear and transfer weight to the front axle and also back to the trailer axle. So we're going to run up now and go get this thing weighed a second time, and we're going to take a look at of course, all the heights again, and also take a look at the weigh ticket to see if we're legal or not. I had mentioned a couple of times that I actually go ahead and measure the height. So I've been collecting a bunch of data showing the height of every one of the fender wells. So I do it there and then continue around and so that was the left front. I end up doing the right front, the right rear, and the left rear. All of this data is then inside of the Excel spreadsheet that I'm going to share with you guys in a little bit. So as you can see from this weigh ticket, our steering axle has increased. The original value was 2,960 pounds. We are now at 3,220 pounds. Our drive axle, the one that was overloaded, is now sitting at 3,800 pounds. That was originally 4,200 pounds. I was 400 pounds over the limit. And the trailer axles are now sitting at 5,760 pounds. Overall, the gross weight has actually increased from 12,760 pounds to 12,780 pounds. So this was the truck at the truck stop. After everything had been weighed, you can see that the trailer has the weight distribution hitch on it, and all of the load is exactly the same as what it was before. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch over to that Excel spreadsheet that I've been telling you guys about, where I've been collecting all of this data, and I'll make a version of it available for you guys to download from Google Drive. Just check out the comments for a link and let me know if you guys have any questions about it. So here you guys will see a spreadsheet that I use in order to track my overall towing experiences as far as weight is concerned, and confirming that my truck is able to tow a particular load legally down the road. So we're going to start right from the top, basically a little bit of description information, the weigh ticket number that I've actually got. My gross vehicle weight rating for the truck is 7,200 pounds. That is for the existing Chevy 1500 Duramax crew cab four-wheel drive pickup truck. You'll see that I have an over-under for each one of the levels. So for the gross vehicle weight rating, in the first test I was at 40 pounds under. The second test with the weight distribution hitch, I actually had 180 pounds of capacity still remaining. So you go ahead and you put in the steering axle weights, and you put in the rating for your particular vehicle for both the front axle weight and also the drive axle weight or the rear axle weight rating. And you'll see that in the first test I was 400 pounds over, and in the second test with the weight distribution I am right at the limit. I could always adjust the head and make some more changes to the weight distribution hitch to try to move some of the weight a little bit more to the front and a little bit more to the trailer axles, but technically I'm legal and I'm perfectly fine running down the road the way that it is. The trailer itself, you'll notice that the trailer axle of course increases. My gross combined weight is 12,760/12,780 like we had talked before. But the truck's gross combined weight rating is 15,000 pounds. So we actually have still an available capacity of over 2,000 pounds. So moving the load around, potentially reducing the tongue weight, are different ways of being able to tow closer to that gross combined weight rating for the truck and the trailer. The key really component of all of this stuff is you need to do your homework. You actually are the one that is responsible for that rig as it goes down the road. And being over 100% on any one of these values technically is an issue. So you can see by adding the weight distribution hitch, I was able to come within specification. And in theory, I can actually haul more bales of hay on that particular trailer if I just do my homework and get things all specified correctly. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and leave comments. Let me know what you thought about it. Let me know if there's more that you'd like to see, more information that you'd like to get. And I've got lots of videos that are in the backlog that I'm trying to get through. Have a great day.